Let's imagine you're swamped with work and a stakeholder comes to you and says, "Hey researcher, I have another research project for you. I have a lot of research questions." What do you do? So let's use this basic scenario to think about our topic today. And if you want, pause the video, think about how you might approach it. This is kind of like an interview question anyway. So you've probably encountered or will encounter instances where you're jam-packed with projects and everything is urgent. Or maybe you just started your career and you're afraid to say no because I've been there, you want to prove yourself. Or maybe everybody's pinging you, inviting to useless meetings, and you just have no time. I get it. This video will teach you why the idea of no will help you in the long run, how to say no without saying no, and why it's simply an exercise in making trade-offs. So why should we say no? Saying no isn't just because you want to appear defiant and stand up against the system so you have something to post on LinkedIn. We don't say it because we have too much work, or because the request is too vague, or because the question isn't any less important than another. Hear me out. The ultimate reason we push back is to ensure quality work and impact. I'm going to repeat that. The ultimate reason we push back is to ensure quality work and impact. Because think about it, if we take on vague requests or do research for the sake of doing research with no outcome in mind, what suffers is not only the quality of the work, but any indication of clear impact down the road. And then we're left wondering why teams don't value user research. And it's a vicious cycle. A few times I've reached out to clients only to hear them tell me,
"Sorry, man, the previous research team didn't do a good job and now nobody trusts user research."
That's a huge existential problem with our industry. If we cannot show impact to our customers, to our business, nobody will take us seriously, which is why I stress the importance of fundamentals and leadership. Everybody want to learn AI, they want to learn new frameworks and methods.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, so nobody will lift this heavy ass weight.
But Kobe Bryant really emphasized fundamentals. He became great because of fundamentals.
Kids nowadays try to do too much, you know, like from a skill standpoint. They try to have them do all this fancy stuff versus like the basic stuff. And so I teach my kids the most basic stuff and we just do it over and over.
And the key fundamental to doing badass research is that you listen, understand, assess the needs. This is step one, always. Whenever we are approached for research, just treat it like any other request. Ask questions, understand their needs, and not just their wants. But it came from C-suite. I don't care. I've gotten requests from C-suite before. It doesn't matter who it comes from. You still need to know more about it before you can start. Don't just take orders. You're not a rank and file cadet. Ask questions. Is it urgent? What do they need to learn? What are they gonna do with their learnings? Do they even need research? Is there secondary research they could lean on? Do they need you, a researcher, or could it be a case for democratization? Now, if you haven't heard of that before, I'm not a fan of the term democratization. I prefer enablement. But anyway, it's when you train non-researchers to do research. A sticky subject for some, so I'll save that for another video. If you asked good questions like we're all trained to do, you'll have a better calibration for whether this request is actually needed. Like whether a researcher is needed to step in and help, or can we offer different ways for the stakeholder to help themselves? This is the art of scaling research. And I've got a classic video, it's an oldie but a goodie, for how to do a kickoff meeting, which I'll link in the description below. Now, we have to think about what we're saying no to and what we're saying yes to. Given that we've done our due diligence, kickoff questions, understanding the request, it's determined that maybe let's just say you just can't take it without giving something else up. Now you gotta say no. Or do you? In life, everything's a trade-off. Everything's a choice. You're watching this video and not that other cat video, which probably would have been way more entertaining. So thank you meowy much. When you say no to one thing, you might be saying yes to another, but your stakeholder does not know. Your stakeholder doesn't know what's on your plate. So the next step is to discuss together. Hey, thanks for sharing with me. And it sounds really interesting and impactful. Here's what I have going on right now, and then you explain. Then ask yourselves, what's the relative priority? Does something else have to give? Can something else wait? If so, we've just turned a no into a no, not right now. If one thing takes precedence, you need to talk to your other teams about possibly delaying your existing projects. How do you satisfy one stakeholder without pissing off another, right? It's an art. It's diplomacy, it's project management, collaboration. Most importantly, it's prioritization. In this instance, you may need to get together with your teams and talk about what's going on. Let them know what you have going on and where your expertise would be most valuable. But don't forget, you can ask your manager for help too, or even say, hey, thanks, let me check with Paula, my manager, to see how we can get support here. You don't have to do it all by yourself. When I manage my teams for client projects, I, as the manager, have to make sure that my researchers don't drown in their work. So if you want to know exactly how to prioritize projects, I'm going to show you this framework that I created for my class to help you think through things. But I might make another video that'll go way more in depth about prioritization. So the framework goes, you ask a couple of questions. First, so the framework that I created starts with a cascade of questions. You ask yourself yes or no questions, and then you determine whether this is high priority, medium, or low priority. The first question is pretty big, broad. Is it important to the company? Is it important to the team? Is this high impact? Is this urgent? If all of the questions, if all the answers to these questions are yes, I'd say it's high priority. Now, is it important to the team? Is it important to the company? Is it high impact? No. Then maybe I put it as medium priority. Is it urgent? No. Maybe it's medium. And if the answer is no to all of them, then obviously it's low priority. Okay. Now there's different prioritization frameworks where you determine whether it's urgent and important. So now let's say you spoke with your stakeholder and determined that this project is important, but maybe not as urgent as your current projects. Do you just say, hey, come back later when I'm done? No. I always suggest giving alternative solutions for the team on how they can make the most informed decisions. Remember this, our goal isn't just to say no. We should help unblock them somehow if we can't do it ourselves. Can we point them to previous resources, previous research? Can they consult for help, right? Are they equipped to not only run research, but also analyze it, present it, and make a confident decision afterwards? Can they do that all by themselves? Or can you train them to run some research? Let's talk about. Or maybe we train them to run parts of the research and we run other parts of the research. Right? You come up with different creative ideas. And when it comes to democratization or scaling up research, if you ever had that come up in your work, let me know in the comments how that went. And that's it. We learned how to reframe saying no to saying no, but here's how else I can help. Hopefully we learned a few tips on how to prioritize, a framework that I came up with, a simple framework to just start with. You can see it's all about trade-offs, diplomacy, and prioritization. But hey, you know what? Here's a silver lining. Here's why I like getting requests from stakeholders. Because if you've never got any requests, that's bad. So when people ask for research, that's actually a good problem to have. That means they care enough about research and they want it. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching. How have you pushed back in the past? Were there times you wished that you did? Let me know in the comments. I post all videos UX research related to help you become most badass UX leader. Mad love. Peace.